Just before 7 this morning, a sniper fired from a building adjacent to the facility, killing 2 detainees and leaving a third person in critical condition. The shooter is also dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. While details are still emerging tonight, authorities have confirmed no ICE officers or law enforcement were injured in the shooting. But according to the FBI, this was a targeted attack. Shell casings found near the shooter had the words anti-ICE written on them. Senator Ted Cruz says this is just the latest example of politically motivated violence.
This must stop. To every politician who is using rhetoric demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, the divisive rhetoric tragically has real consequences. Violence has no place. It is wrong. And we should come together. If we want to have a debate about immigration policies, we can do so in the halls of Congress without demonizing each other.
And although shell casings had anti-ICE written on them, authorities say an exact motive or target is not yet clear. Okay, all right. Joining us now is Donell Harvin, former D.C. Chief of Homeland Security and Intelligence and a faculty member at Georgetown University. Donell, always good to see you. Welcome. So, this is the second rooftop-style shooting we've seen in just 2 weeks. Charlie Kirk, and now this one here in Dallas. From your perspective, what does this say about the threat landscape we're facing right now?
And not only is it the second incident with a rooftop long gun type of assailant, but it's also one of many attacks against ICE agents over the last year. But what it says is that the threat environment is really, really high in terms of these maligned actors, people who are politically motivated, looking to not take out their grievances using the public discourse that our Constitution allows, but also going a step further, mobilizing to violence.
Yeah. So investigators say they found the casings with anti-ICE written on them. Donell, how significant is that? And how concerned are you about the role of radicalization, whether it's online or elsewhere, in fueling these kinds of attacks?
Yeah, we've seen the etching of sayings or memes into these type of attacks in terms of the bullets, the shell casings, with other cases, certainly with the horrific killing of Charlie Kirk, as well as the case involving Luigi Mangione and other cases. And it looks like, you see this online, these folks emulate each other. I don't like to use the word copycat because they're not actually doing the same thing, but they're taking some of the same tactics, techniques, and procedures that we've seen. It's intended to send a specific message. It's intended to really stoke fear in the population that they're targeting.
Yeah. Attacks like these, they do raise questions about what signs may have been missed. Donell, how difficult is it for intelligence agencies to detect and disrupt these kinds of lone wolf plots before they happen?
Well, first of all, there are literally thousands of federal facilities, just like the one that was attacked in Dallas today, that are either actively processing migrants or involved in the process. And so it's almost impossible, to be quite honest with you, to secure all these facilities from this type of assailant, just like it was nearly impossible to protect Charlie Kirk from someone that was hundreds of feet away with a long gun. That said, what investigators are looking at right now is any what we call leakage, online cues that this individual may share with other individuals or in person that would have indicated that they were looking to target ICE agents. That will give us a better idea of their motive and maybe who else knew about it and how we can prevent these from happening in the future. The last thing I'll say is, and I never miss an opportunity to mention this administration has, I think, rightfully called this a targeted act of violence. Unfortunately, however, several months ago, they decreased the funding for the office in DHS that's specifically geared towards stopping these types of attacks. The Targeted Violence and Terrorism Prevention Grant was slashed more than half. So I think that the administration needs to take another look at the violence that we have, the political violence, and how they can take a role in helping communities be safer with grant funding like that.
Yeah. So for the public watching all of this unfold, what should they take away about the risks of these targeted attacks? And what do you think needs to happen, Donell, to stop this kind of violence?
I think Ted Cruz said it the best, and folks should look at his full statement. I also think that other people who are influencers and politicians have started speaking out about the political rhetoric that we've seen over the last year. And so I think that needs to tamp down. But, to be quite honest with you, these aren't regular people that are committing these acts. These are individuals that are in the fringe of our society. They're getting radicalized on the dark and deep web. And what regular people should do is call these individuals out, let them know that the violence that we've seen is not normal. The political rhetoric is not normal. We should tamp that down and report these individuals when they articulate that they're going to commit some type of act of violence.
Okay, Donell Harvin, always good to see you. Thank you.